Oh, okay. It says I'm live. Wow. So, man, it's been a long time. Let's do this. What's better? Let's see. There we go. Let's do that. Wow. Hey, I don't know who's watching, who's listening, but I'm streaming, and it has been so long. I'm here with my cat, Nugget. That's her. There's another cat showing me her belly. Hot dog. I need gloves. I need that. I need some of these. Because that's what I'm doing right now. Well, yeah, I know. It has been such a pain, but I think I finally figured out the problems with the technology that have been plaguing me. Well, I can't say that I dealt with it every day. I didn't try, really. It's been a while. And, oh, it might even be better. I'm thinking about it is this because it does have my coin error list on it. Now, I have already gone through one roll offline and found a couple really nice AU Lincoln cents. Now, granted, nothing spectacular. It's 1974D. We could look for the RPM on it. Because you can really only find good RPMs on something that is, nice and red like this. I'm still putting on my other glove. These things, I think they're like 2 sizes too small. But if you happen to catch me live, that's fantastic. Please say something in chat, because I cannot see if anybody is online. I suppose I could go to YouTube to check, but oh, I forgot. I also have these. So let's put that on. Hey, Jenny, sweetheart, how are you? Uh, Cat's probably hungry. I'm not going to be on tremendously long, but I wanted to test out the streaming settings since it's been years, so it's almost like starting out all over again. Jenny, hey, MLZB, what's going on? Good to see you. You guys tell me, how is the sound? Does it sound good? Bad? What do you think? Oh, I forgot we were going to I'm going to go to this So my bet is that when I change to the scope camera, you couldn't hear me. I gotta fix that, and that's why we test. Can you hear me now? Give me a thumbs up if you can. Wait. There. There's a thumb up. I gotta work on that. That's why we test, right? All right. So the 2000 that does not have a space between the A and the M. Well, you know, we could look at this 1989. It's not a perfect coin. Now you can hear me. Okay, so basically what happened is, and I'm sorry about that. I changed the camera over to the scope, and I don't have an audio on that view. Let me just look. Now that is an FG from a 1989 coin. I think it would be a little bit, if I remember right, it'll be a little further away, and you won't see that font on the G. It'll be nice and smooth. So this is not the 1988 reverse. Oh, see, you know, look at this 1963. I just pulled out. Look at that. Now, I mean, nothing to write home about, but when they're blazing like that, nice red, you can see it clearly. There's no DDO, unfortunately. Thanks for joining, you guys. What are you up to tonight? I mean, besides this, I hopefully you're hunting some rolls, looking for some treasure as well. 1992D. That looks like there's a big space, but let's just double check. Always double check that. Wide AM. Yeah, it's a wide AM, nothing special. Oh, I mean, see, look, this is the 1961. So you want to tell me if somebody didn't have a collection and dumped it? Trying to get the light to shine on this. Look at that. Still has its luster. Original patina. Gosh. Let's have a quick look. I think there was only something special on the 61D. But this is special enough to save it from the wild. What is that? Okay, the next one is a strange one. Datus Patria Libertad. Oh, it's a Libertad. Wait, what? Oh, okay. It's 1 cent. 1972. Un centavo. Here, let's throw this on the scope. This is an unusual find. Un centavo. I'm really looking at it closely on the scope. 3 gramos. I do not know where this is from. Jenny, if you're here and you know this coin, oh, the Dominican Republic. Oh, okay. That is a first. I have not found one of these yet. So I'd call that a keeper. You never know what you're going to find, am I right? So that was cool. Here's another brilliant Papa Giorgio. Great to see you, bud. It's been a long time. Hope you're doing well. I'm just finding this person's really, I don't know who it was, when, where, but they had all these really, really nice AUBU coins they just dumped. Most of the time when you find these, you know, they're brown, well circulated. Well, it's up with the 19. I don't think there's anything special about the 65. I don't know if there's any errors. I mean, 59. Papa Georgia, thanks for popping in. Did you get a notification? Are you still subscribed? That makes me so happy if you are. Or if you're just browsing along online. Here's another 1963D that we're going to look for a DDO. And I'm only going to do it. If it were brown, wouldn't even think about it. But it's not. So let's look at this. I don't see DDO in the 63s at the date. But just in case, let's look at the other devices. And yeah, a nice coin. I mean, seriously, for 60 years. Oh, that's great. Papa Giorgio, thank you so much for staying solid. I know sometimes, YouTube does a whole unsubscribe for you. And it has been so long, I wouldn't be surprised if, everybody got unsubscribed. So, I don't check it. Well, that was just a 1996, so it fell, and I'm not ashamed. So this is a 1992D. It looks like there's sometimes, when there's gunk or something in between that A and the M, you can't really tell. I'm going to throw it on the scope real quick. Oh yeah, a lot of space. Nothing special. There's the 1974D. Now, the 1970D. Now that has a DDO as well as the RPM. And why did I even look at that? That will just go in the copper pile. Papa Giorgio, how you been, my friend? It must have been at least a year. There's another 1973D. This should have a, it could have an RPM. Many different varieties of the RPM on there, but this one is not an RPM. But again, look at that. I mean, it's a really, really nice 73, 50-year-old coin. Still has original patina. Gotta love it. Oh, another. Look at this. It's rare when it still has that luster. The lighting in here is poor, but you can still see some of that shine on there. This is a 1964 out of Philadelphia that has potential double die on the date, I believe. Am I right? 64 from Philly? No, it's Liberty. It's Liberty, isn't it? It has the DDO. It doesn't look like anything. Yeah, it's life that gets in the way, my friend. Motivation, I mean, trust me, I continued to search through coin rolls. I even took a break from that for a little while. Oh my gosh, look at this. Look at this beauty. Oh, hold on, let me switch. Well, hello, Sheena Smith. Long time. I know. I'm sorry, but I'm here. I'm gonna try to make it a little bit more regular, just to have some fun and look through some coin rolls. But look at that. I'm just saying, like the last couple of rolls I've gone through in this box, I have found some real blazers. Now, no, they're not from 1911 or 1914 or anything, but for, roll of circulated coins, it's rare to see something this shiny. I gotta tell you, most of the time, you guys know, they are yicky brown. Now the 1969D, there could be a floating roof on the reverse. No FG. Let's see. Oh, look how weak that FG is. Look how weak that is. That's just like a result of little extra grease, I think. I'll go through the rest of these. Just a couple. Because I want to talk about this 1969. Sheena Smith, how have you been? It has been so long. I am out of it. Out of the loop. But look at that. I gotta tell ya. It's gonna be a... Oh, it's not a floater. Dang it. Partial. Like that right there on the left side of Lincoln Memorial. I see just a slight little line. But over on the right, you can see it. So this is not a complete floater. A very weak FG there. But just because of the condition of this coin, I'm going to keep it. Papa Giorgio did a $50 penny hunt 2 weeks ago, found 795 Wheaties and over 500 1960D. Yeah, that sounds like a collection dump. Have you looked through all those 1960Ds for, you know, the was it large date over small date? RPMs and stuff like that. That is a bonus. That's awesome. She was like, "Hey, I did a double take when I said you were live." Yeah, it's nothing crazy going on. Just really came on to go through a couple rolls, test out the streaming settings. I have had some feedback already. Said the sound was pretty good. Would you guys agree with that? You recommend me changing anything on the display? I've got a couple of scenes, you know, like this one that you're looking at emphasizes the scope a little bit more. Papa Giorgio's not finished yet with the 1960Ds, just sorting the Wheaties. Yeah, you know, that many, that would take a long time. I get it. So the view up here is the scope. This one emphasizes the camera. I'm about to go, there won't be any sound here. I gotta fix it. So I'm kind of working towards getting back some kind of, you know, what word am I looking for? Scene, I guess. So I am definitely appreciative of you guys showing up and helping me. If like I said, if there's anything that I can improve, please tell me. This 1995D doesn't look at all funny to me. I'm just throwing it up here. Yeah, it's totally, completely normal. I wish I had a coin roll hunt that had that many Wheaties. Usually I get like maybe, here's a Canadian from 1981. That's amazing. Usually I'll get like maybe 5 in a box. It really depends. You know, you can kind of... It definitely depends. I think I've gone through one box and I had maybe like 30 or 40, and then I've had another box where there's like 2, so I should really keep better track. Yeah, something like that, Papa Giorgio. Yeah, maybe 10. I've gone, let's see, through 5. Let's see here. In this current box, I'm on my 7th roll, and I haven't found one Wheatie. But I found some real nice blazers that I will take and keep aside. Still looking for that elusive 1999 wide AM. Oh, here's a nice 1971S. Here. Now, there's a DDO, if I remember right, on the 1971S. But where was it? I don't think it was at the date. And definitely not at the date on this one. Let's look at Liberty. I see some machine doubling there on that L. This is not a DDO. But I'm going to keep the 1970s. It's kind of rare to find a San Francisco. So I am going to keep that one, especially in that condition. It's not all beat up. Let's look at the reverse just in case. Okay. Yeah, this is a really, really super nice coin. Yeah, I know it's only from 1971, but Papa Giorgio says, I think I spent too much time documenting what I find in a spreadsheet than actually looking at them for price. Yeah, you can get bogged down in the minutia, am I right? Oh man. Now, but that's good. It's good to do that. I can't say my method of organization is very good lately, but I do want to get back into that. Let's see. I have an old red book here, but I just want to know what the mintage is on the 1971D. I'm sorry, 1971S. $3.2 million, or no, 525 million. 525 million. Oh, guess what? Didn't really take. I mean, I took a break from hunting. I was going on, and I really need to get some better lighting in here. Now, hold on. There we go. That's better. So that's the 1971S I was talking about. Found in the wild. Look at it, still has the original luster. Look at that. Reflective. I mean, I would keep this coin, wouldn't you? I'm going to. I'm actually going to put it in a flip too. I'm saving it. You're saved, sir. So I want to say long answer, short, yes, I took a break from hunting. Doing it intermittently, maybe getting like a box once every month, right? Yeah, you think so? Cats are hungry, so they're going to be talking to us. But let's see, what did I? Oh yeah, I did go through this work training for the last for 2 weeks in a row, and it was all online. And I gotta tell you, it was so boring. It was incredibly boring. So all I did for 2 weeks in a row was go through the rest of the pennies and some halves that I had in the closet. And man, after 2 weeks, I went through them fast. I remembered how much I really loved it, and so I came back. It wasn't easy because a lot of the tech was old and out of date. My computer had crashed maybe like a dozen times since the last time I streamed. so I didn't have any of the software or anything like that on. I hopped on with Cajun Coin Hunter and Value Hunter, maybe I think it was last week, and it was kind of an auction. I realized, kind of lost my taste for selling stuff. Really don't want to sell anything. So, I thought, hey, why don't we just go through some coin rolls and have some fun. Papa Giorgio says, I could tell you how many 2009s, 1972 S's, 69 S's, 59s, and decades of Wheatings. Yeah, that was definitely someone's collection. You just don't get stuff like that randomly. Yeah, for sure that's a keeper. Come on, you've gone through enough to know the condition of these things. Like, this is the typical 1969 D. I mean, brown, gunky. You find something like a floating roof on that, it's nothing. So, anyway. Let me go through this roll. And probably go feed those cats. And then come back to this another day. I think, I don't know. I've been doing this a little bit every day, so I might actually just pop on for a little bit every day. Why not? I used to never... Well, somebody dropped this 1975 in glue. I used to never stream when my daughter was here. But she's getting, because she was always very young. But she's getting old enough now where I think it's just fine. So I might just do this a bit every day. 1957. Here's a Wheatie. First Wheatie. Woo! Alright. Yeah, it's nothing special. 1957 D. But it's a Wheatie. I'll take it. I'll put up with the rest. One day I'll just... I don't know what I'll do with all the Wheaties. Go through them, I suppose, and look for errors and varieties. I don't think there's anything on a 57D. But I think I found my first black beauty. Send me a picture, my friend. I want to see it. Is there any doubt? Why are you saying you think? This is a really nice 1981D, but it's been beat up so much. It's a nice color, but that's about it. Before I move it, though, I know there's an RPM in the 81s. Let's switch. And that is not an RPM. But I almost... wait, what is that? Hold on. To the east. To the east. Bear with me for a second. Do me a favor, if you're still here, Papa Giorgio, tell me if you can still hear me in a second. Okay, yeah, I've got to just fix that one scene. For some reason, the audio is not working. So that was not an RPM. It just looked like some machine wear based on the polishing marks of the die. It's on its last leg. So let's just go on with all the copper. Can you hear me now? I'm going to do one more roll. One more. Like once you get into it, it's hard to stop, isn't it? You never know what you'll find. Okay, awesome. Thanks, bud. Yeah, I think I know what the problem is. No wide AM on that 1999. Another 1964D. Really nice color. We're going to look for an RPM or the DDR that might exist on this. Alright, let's see. 1964. No RPM. Let's look at United States of America. It's a nice clean strike. I don't see any doubling on that. So, and even though it's nice red, I don't know if this is a keeper. Definitely not BU. Really nice color though. Hey, we got our second Wheatie. You know, Papa Giorgio, that is a really good goal. All right, so our second Wheatie is a, let's see here, really worn 1944D. Well circulated. I'm a sad case. Haven't used my microscope in over 5 months. Usually, what you use your loop. I like the loop, but it kind of gets exhausting. You know, I'm not saying I can't lift my arm up and down every time, but it's more of like my eyes. You know, my loop, especially when the new batteries are in, it's really bright. Savvy Stacker. I've been around. So good to see you. How's everything down in Florida? Haven't really been hiding necessarily. Or maybe I have. I don't know. Maybe I have a little bit. Archaeology Mikey joined us too. That's awesome. He had leftover Costco pizza for dinner tonight. You know what? Leftover pizza is just fine. I just can't eat it cold like some people. I gotta heat up my pizza. All right, hold on. This is a 1992D. So we found 2 Wheaties so far. We found a bunch of beautiful blazing coins from the 60s and 70s that look AU, BU. Well, let's say high AU anyway. I want to see. It's 1992D. Look at that. Oh, dang it. It looks so much closer to my eye. I'm getting rusty, you guys. I thought there was a chance that would be real close, really close AM, but just call me crazy. Savvy says, it is hot as hell in Florida, but it's good. Yeah, I heard that the water temperature is like 100 degrees, like hot tub hot tub time machine temperatures, and that's like no good. I went to Cocoa Beach last year with the little one, and it was nice and cool water, a little warmer, but not 100 degrees. And there was it's a nice small date, 1982D here. Great Scott! Good to see you. Good to see you. I know I saw you yesterday online. It's great to see you here, my friend. I gotta scroll up here. Papa Giorgio says, I use a loop for short term, but I put my first pass finds in a mushroom container. Set it off to the side. What is a mushroom container? Oh, okay. So you move it on. Okay, so you put it in some place that like is sealed off from the air. I don't know what a mushroom container. I mean, obviously it's a place where you store mushrooms, but I'm lacking a visual. I might have to search for that online. It's like a interesting. I see you, Great Scott. Oh, we got a couple Floridians here. Right on. Yeah, we were swimming off the coast of Cocoa Beach. We had such a good time, and this Portuguese man of war kind of was. It was dead. It was floating in the surf, and they can still hurt even though they're dead. At least I hear. 1959D, really beat up. Let's look at these. Look at that. So the 1971D, yeah, I'm checking for the date on coins that look like this, that are nice and shiny. I mean, it's got a little wear, definitely circulated, but Savvy says, I'm still not used to school starting back in August. I heard on news radio today that some schools are implementing a 4-day school week in an attempt to retain teachers. Well, by the way, this 1982D up here is zinc. Dang. Anyway, coming. Okay, so you guys were wondering what I was doing. I taught second grade last year, starting in October, and oh my gosh, what a beautiful coin! So, anyway, so yeah, I was teaching second grade. Now, does this have a DDO? No, no. From look at this. Oh, hold on, let me switch screens here. Look at that. Look at that luster on the 65. Now, I don't think there's anything particularly special or any varieties or anything or errors on the 65 to look for, but I'm going to put this on the scope anyway. And see, these going like this, for me anyway, is really rare finding it in the wild. Let's see what's. Yeah, man. I mean, this is pretty beauteous. Oh, one big ding on its collar. But you can get that from the mint. This is a really nice coin. Scratch there above the one. I'm keeping it. I'm saving it. Pulling it from the wild. Alright, I'm sorry, let's get back to the chat here for a second. Yeah, me too, Savvy. I mean, there's some streams I go to, but Nice red 64. Oh yeah, I was saying about teaching. So by the end of the year, I was exhausted. I mean, second grade can be exhausting anyway. This is a typical 1965, you guys. Here's your typical circulated 1965. So let's do a comparison and contrast here. So I'm all for a 4-day school week. Look at that. Teacher burnout is a real thing. Then again, as a parent, it would be really frustrating if it happened because, you know, you got to work. So without like some kind of support for the parents, I'm not entirely sure where I stand on the whole thing. Here's a 1963D. That's a really nice color as well. And the 63D has a DDO at the date, so we're going to look for that. Let's check. Well, show me something here. No, I don't see any signs of doubling. Nice coin. I would probably put this at a low AU. It's gonna go in the copper pile. Nothing too great. Really nice color though. Let's leave it up there. Should I do one more roll? Put a 1 in the chat if you think I should do one more roll. I gotta get a little bit of dinner. I gotta feed the cats, but you know, I'm starting to become addicted to this again. I'm really enjoying it. I thought I would come on for 5 minutes. It's been 45. And see, Monkey Meadows is in the house. Who's this guy? Right? Hey, thanks for joining. All right, here's the roll. I'll do it. Thanks for coming on. How have you been? It's been so long. It's so nice to see old friends in here. Thanks for coming on. All right, here we go. Maybe we'll find some more blazers. Maybe we'll find a Wheatie or two. So far, only 2 Wheaties, but I'm counting 10, probably about 16 keepers from the 60s and 70s. That's copper. I was wondering what happened to you. Yeah, I was wondering the same. No, last year I was teaching all year. It's nice, 1981 Canadian. Teaching since October. You know, you get home, you're just exhausted. You don't want to do. Well, it's not like you don't want to. It's just like I would say, do you really have enough energy to do what you want? Because you have to do what you have to do. Let's put this 1989 up here. Because I want to see the FG. That is a regular 1989 FG. Oh no! That was just 2015 and 2001. And 1982 that's already all beat up. So yeah, you do what you have to do, taking care of the kid, taking care of the house, working full time with kids, and I'm gonna say you got, at least I didn't have a whole lot of energy to do much of anything else or motivation. But as I was telling Papa Giorgio, I'm returning to teaching in the fall. I'll be teaching middle school, English language arts, and getting my certification, my teaching certification. And in order to do that, I had a couple weeks of training online, and it was so incredibly boring that I was just coin roll hunting the whole time. Don't tell anybody. And I fell in love with it again, and I just decided to come back for a little while and do it online. Why not, right? These. Because, you know what? It is fun. Let's just take a look at this. 1995. Yeah, there's a reason, because I'll tell you, those second graders, which were COVID kindergartners, woo! Let's just say classroom management was really, really a priority when I came in. They weren't really used to discipline so much, and it was a challenge. It was a challenge getting them just into the, how do I put it, into the mental state of learning, like how to do school. So many of them did not know how to do school. So I think that also added a little bit to the exhaustion. That's awesome, Archaeology Mikey. Keep it up, man. Yeah, right. Bring back the nuns and yardsticks for real. I mean, there's something to be said for that. I mean, part of my training was this concept called responsive classroom management, and I like it, but a lot of it has to do with like make believe, like these academics coming up with perfect scenarios for classroom management, not taking into consideration like trauma that kids have experienced, and their different socioeconomic statuses and different backgrounds. And I like it, but sometimes kids need discipline, and I'm not saying unfair or punitive discipline, but order and structure and being firm. So maybe the yardsticks, maybe not. But you never know. I mean, a little bit of fear goes a long way. Archaeology Mikey, that would be awesome. You should make videos of your research during the digs. I think so many people want to go hunting, but they don't know really how and where to start. That would be huge to help them out. I mean, that's one of the reasons why I started this channel to begin with, was not to do auctions, uh, not to make money, really, but to help people who were starting out similarly to how I was, when I first started. Just learning about the different varieties and the different errors you could find in coins, and it's like educational. And Savvy, you're not undercover nerd at all. You're not undercover. You've been exposed. I'm just kidding. No, you are cool. I'm sorry. In this day and age, being a nerd is cool. So anything the community can do to like help educate each other, I think is a good thing. It's funny, I was thinking about not streaming anymore, but just doing videos about the coins and the coin history. I really enjoy getting into that. I was thinking about doing my next one on the Louisiana Purchase Expo in 1904. That was a huge deal, and so many coins came out of it. So I was like, "What are you saying?" Yeah, I'm just agreeing with you. Yeah, but archaeology, Mikey, that's what I'm talking about. Like, you do the research and then you find the place that you're going to dig, right? And how you can get permission to dig. Uh, what are some of the obstacles about going to different sites? Like up here, I wanted to do some digging on the couple of the state parks, and they won't let you do it during the summer because they have so many people, but they allow you to in the fall. Uh, so, I mean, there's so many things that you could talk about to help people, and not to mention what the research is and how you go about it. But anyway, guys, hey, I am going to get going, take care of some stuff. Thank you so much for coming on, hanging out with me in the chat. I'm gonna try to come up and do this a little bit every day, if not every other day. Um, I don't have a set schedule at this point, but I'm going to try because it is fun and I love sharing the time with you guys. So I miss it. I really do. I miss you guys. Let's see. Savvy said, back when I used to date, I was talking to this guy on the phone. He asked me to describe myself. Undercover nerd was one of the things I said. He hung up on me. No, you definitely dodged a bullet. You gotta appreciate that in people. So I don't know what that guy was looking for. Like maybe someone who didn't correct him when he said Thai food. Anyway, I appreciate the nerd in people. But, I am one myself. So, I mean, have you seen my glasses? Man, these things are old. I can't find my glasses. Like he says, yeah, I could do that in the places I want to study on battlefields: Norway, France, Greece, Italy, and Turkey. Oh man, like I'm imagining you're thinking World War II. Oh, and there's some in the France. There's probably World War One artifacts too. But thinking, speaking of World War II, picked one of these up. Let me turn this off. You guys have any idea what this? Do you know what this is? Let me do this. Oh, medieval times. Nice. Now you're getting into some history. Anyway, guys, I am going to get going. Thank you so much for joining. I will see you again. Knights Templar and older. Well, didn't Nicolas Cage find that treasure? Okay, I'm an idiot. But I love that movie. You know what I'm talking about, right? National Treasure. Anyway. Good seeing you too, Sheena. Good seeing you all. All right, be well and count on it. You'll see me again. Take care.